What if you could see your next 13 weeks of cash before they even happen? In this video, I'll walk you through a simple, powerful cash flow forecast template, the exact 13-week model I use with business clients to stay cash confident through Q4 and into 2026. Imagine knowing right now if you will have enough money to make payroll in a month. What if you could spot a potential cash crunch 2 months away and act today to prevent it? This is exactly what a 13-week cash flow forecast offers. It is not a complex accounting trick reserved for large corporations with teams of analysts. It is a simple, powerful tool that provides clarity and control. For small business owners and non-profit leaders, this forecast is like having a financial crystal ball, allowing you to navigate the near future with confidence instead of anxiety. The story of Anna and her small bakery is a perfect illustration of this power. As the holiday season approached, Anna was a bundle of nerves. She knew sales would be unpredictable. Some weeks would be incredibly busy, while others would be painfully slow. She needed to buy extra ingredients, hire seasonal help, and consider purchasing a new, larger oven to meet the anticipated demand. But she worried if she could afford it all. Using a simple 13-week cash flow forecast, she laid out her expected income and expenses for the final quarter of the year. Armed with this foresight, Anna didn't have to guess or hope for the best. She took decisive action. She contacted her equipment supplier and arranged to delay the oven purchase until January, when her post-holiday cash reserves would be stronger. She also spoke to a key wholesale client and arranged for them to pay their large invoice a week earlier than usual. These simple adjustments, guided by the forecast, ensured she had more than enough cash to cover payroll and all her holiday expenses. The bakery thrived through the busy season, and Anna was able to operate with a sense of calm, all because she could see her cash future and change it for the better. This is the fundamental promise of the 13-week forecast. It transforms you from a reactive manager, constantly putting out financial fires, into a proactive leader who can steer the business around obstacles before they become crises. It's about replacing worry with a concrete plan. The forecast gives you a roadmap for the next 3 months, showing peaks and valleys, enabling informed decisions about spending, hiring, and investing. In the world of small business survival, there is a saying that holds immense truth: cash is king. Many business owners focus intensely on their profit and loss statement, celebrating when they see a positive number at the bottom. While profit is undoubtedly important for long-term health, it doesn't pay the bills. Cash does. You can have a profitable business on paper, but still fail because you run out of cash. This crucial distinction lies at the heart of why a short-term cash flow forecast is so essential. Profit is a measure of your business's efficiency over a period, but cash flow is the lifeblood that keeps its heart beating day to day. Think of it this way: profit is an opinion, while cash is a fact. Your profit and loss statement includes things like depreciation and accounts receivable, money earned but not yet received. You cannot use an unpaid invoice to pay your rent or your employees. A business can show a significant profit from a large sale made on credit, but if that client doesn't pay for 60 or 90 days, the business could face a severe cash shortage in the meantime, unable to cover immediate expenses like supplier payments and utilities. This is precisely where the 13-week forecast proves its worth. At its core, a 13-week cash flow forecast is elegantly simple. It is not a complex financial model, but a straightforward table anyone can build and understand. You can create it in Excel or Google Sheets. The template is organized into columns for each of the next 13 weeks. Week 1, Week 2, Week 3, and so on. The rows are divided into 4 main sections that tell the story of your cash: opening balance, inflows, outflows, and ending balance. The first part is the opening cash balance. It represents the total cash on hand at the very beginning of week 1. This number is not a guess, it's a hard fact. Look at your combined bank balance on day 1 and write that number down. The second part is weekly cash inflows. List all cash you expect to receive during each week when it will actually hit the bank. Inflows can include payments from customers, cash sales, subscription fees, grant money being disbursed, and loan funds deposited. Break these into categories that make sense for your business: client payment, daily retail sales, government grant tranche. The final 2 parts work in tandem: weekly cash outflows and the ending cash balance. Outflows include fixed costs like rent and loan payments, and variable costs like payroll, supplier invoices, marketing expenses, and taxes. Schedule payments in the week you'll actually send the money. The ending cash balance is a simple calculation each week: opening balance plus inflows minus outflows. This final number shows exactly how much cash you'll have left at the end of each week. Creating your first 13-week cash flow forecast is a straightforward process you can complete in just a few steps. Open a new spreadsheet. Label 13 columns across the top, week 1 through week 13. Today is October 18th, 2025. Week 1 would typically start on Monday, October 20th, 2025, giving you a clear view through mid-January 2026. Step 1. Find and enter your opening balance. Log in, note total cash, and type it into week 1. Step 2. Project weekly inflows based on AR sales pipeline and confirmed funding. Step 3. List weekly outflows. Be thorough and schedule by actual payment week. Once you have your opening balance, inflows, and outflows laid out week by week, connect them with one simple, powerful formula: ending cash balance. Opening cash balance plus total, inflows minus total outflows. For example, opening cash $5,000, inflows $2,000, outflows $4,500. Ending cash for week 1, $12,500. That $12,500 becomes the starting point for week 2, creating a chain reaction across 13 weeks. Link week 2, opening to week 1, ending, then copy across all 13 columns. As you fill inflows and outflows, each week's ending balance updates, giving a rolling view. Use conditional formatting to flag problem weeks. If ending cash is less than 0 or below your safety threshold, for example, $1,000, color that cell red. A sea of green is good, but a flash of red instantly draws your attention to a future crunch week, giving you precious time to react and make changes. During the fourth quarter of 2025, you might have high inventory buys before a surge of sales. The forecast helps manage that timing. It provides clarity to plan Q4 spending and ensures a solid foundation heading into the first quarter of 2026, preventing the post-holiday cash crunch. And because it's rolling, you update weekly. Drop the past week, add a new one. A living tool, not a static report. It is your early warning system, your strategic guide, and your path to financial stability, all on a single, easy-to-understand spreadsheet. A 13-week cash flow forecast is more than just a spreadsheet. It's a powerful decision-making tool. Its value isn't perfect prediction. It's foresight. See a red week in week 7? You have 6 full weeks to act. This is steering your business with confidence instead of being tossed by financial waves. Decide when and how to pay vendors. If week 4 is low and a $5,000 supplier invoice is due, call the supplier and ask to pay in week 5 when your forecast is healthier. Sharing a clear forecast builds trust and shows you're managing responsibly. For a short dip, consider a business line of credit or overdraft if a large receipt lands next week, or postpone non-essential outflows like a new marketing campaign or office furniture. The forecast shows the impact before you act, helping you choose the best course. It's also a communication tool. Report to a board, a partner, or a lender with real data. Replace "I think we'll be okay" with "We have a projected shortfall in week 9, and here is our 2-part plan." That transparency builds trust. Funders and partners back leaders who understand the numbers and have a plan. A 13-week cash flow forecast is not a static document that you create once and then file away. To be effective, it must be a living tool you update regularly. Each week, update with actual inflows and outflows. Drop the past week and add a new one. This discipline keeps a fresh 13-week horizon and your financial crystal ball clear. Compare forecast to reality to see what's accurate and what's off, so future forecasts are more reliable. You'll spot problems earlier when they're small and manageable. As you move through Q4 2025, extend your forecast seamlessly into the first quarter of 2026. Save a copy of your Q4 forecast as reference, then keep rolling the live sheet into Q1. The ending cash of the last week of 2025 becomes the opening cash of the first week of 2026. Adjust for seasonality and known events. Conservatively lower January inflows. Add a February 1st contract. And update payroll if raises are planned. Your early 2026 forecast evolves naturally from late 2025, giving a continuous view. This gives you a strategic advantage to make confident decisions about growth, hiring, and investment. Your cash flow forecast is ultimately a story about your business's future told in the simple language of numbers. It is your weather report for money, warning you of upcoming storms so you can pack an umbrella, and showing sunny days so you can plan a picnic. It is the tool that keeps the bakery doors open, the non-profit mission running, the small shop owner paying their team on time without losing sleep. The power of this forecast lies not in its complexity, but in its consistent use. It provides the clarity to act, the confidence to lead, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing what lies ahead. The journey to financial control begins with a single, small action. It might feel intimidating at first. Remember Anna, who saved her holiday season with a simple spreadsheet. You do not need to forecast an entire year perfectly. You just need to look at the next 13 weeks. The goal is not perfection but progress. First, open a new spreadsheet and label the columns from week 1 to week 13. Second, find your current total bank balance and enter it as the opening cash for week 1. Third, start listing the inflows and outflows you can reasonably predict for the next few weeks. Fourth, use the simple formula: ending cash equals opening cash plus inflows minus outflows. Finally, use color to highlight any week where your ending cash dips into the red. This is your first look into your financial future. Your clear next step is this: start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment or for all the information to be available. Download my free 13-week cash flow forecast template below or create your own.